Welcome to Chopstick Travel. I'm Luke Martin, and today we have another episode from Indonesia. Today we are in Jakarta, the capital city of Indonesia, and in this episode we are going to be exploring Betawi cuisine. So Betawi is the indigenous tribe of this area, Jakarta and the surrounding area. They have a lot of influences from around the world and from all around Indonesia. We're going to be eating some Betawi cuisine at some restaurants, but we're also going to be visiting a Betawi family, and they're going to be cooking us a traditional meal. It's going to be a really exciting episode, so make sure to stay tuned until the end because you're not going to want to miss it. So let's go. We are at our first stop. This place is called Soto Betawi Haji Hussein. It's a little cool shop, and they're serving only one dish, and that is the Soto Betawi. So Soto is common all across Indonesia, but this version, the Betawi version, is a little bit different. So we have it right here. You can see it's got this beautiful, creamy looking broth. Not too oily, but you can see a little bit of oil on top, and that is a coconut milk based broth. We ordered the Soto Betawi campur, which is the mix. So all these different parts of beef. So there's lung, there's intestine, there's meat, and there's also these amping, which are these little crackers right here. And other than that, it's pretty plain, but it looks like that broth is gonna be super flavorful. And of course on the side, we have rice with a little bit of fried shallots. And then we also have a drink here. It's like an orange juice. So I gotta start by just trying this broth. There's a lot of condiments on the table, but I'll save those for after. Oh, yum. Oh man, so rich. You can taste that coconut milk. It's very creamy and a little bit spicy, definitely. And you can taste that beef too. But wow, the coconut flavor is strong. There is a massive tub of acar here, which are pickles. There is cucumbers, carrots, onions, and green chilies. And I'm gonna put this on my rice. It's just swimming in vinegar too. So I'll put that just on the side of my rice. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. There's another massive tub on the table, and this time with sambal, red chili sambal. That looks like it's gonna be spicy, but I'm definitely gonna add some of that to my broth. Try not to overdo it. Mix that around, oh yeah. There are also these little kaffir limes, which the trick is to squeeze through your fork so that you don't get all those seeds in there, and that'll give it some sourness. And lastly, some green onions and fried shallots. You can just sprinkle those on top. So the soto is meant to be eaten with the rice. I'm gonna take a big spoonful, get definitely some chunks of the beef in there, all kinds of different things. Put it on my rice, a little bit of extra sauce, get some of those acar, some rice, and a big scoop. Oh yeah, let's try that. You cannot really differentiate between the different cuts of beef there because they're all so tender and they're all soaked in that soto, really creamy coconut gravy. And I got a little bit of a pickle there, a nice sourness and crisp crunch. You can't taste the offal gaminess at all because that broth is so flavorful. That is really good. I go on for one more bite. I'm gonna get just a little bit of everything again, but make sure I get some of those amping, those crackers. They're completely saturated. They've become soggy because of that broth, but they are soaked full of the flavor once again. This is a really hearty, delicious dish. I love it. That was a great way to start the day. Love the Soto Betawi, authentic Jakartan food. We're gonna jump in a grab car and head to our next restaurant. So we're a little bit outside the city center now, definitely. We're in Kampung, which is kind of like the suburbs of Jakarta. And we are going to have Asinan, which is a particular kind of salad dish, but we're having the Betawi style, Betawi Asinan. So this is the little shop right here. It is quite busy. It's a takeout place only, but I think we are gonna eat here. We asked them if it's okay and they said it's all right. And you can see, very popular with locals. Say hi. 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 So we have our first dish that we're gonna be trying here. This is asinan, but this one is with fruit. So you can see here, we've got 3 different types of fruit, and the only one that I knew off the bat was pineapple. So these 2 I did not recognize. This one is called jicama in English. It's kind of like a yam, but it's this big, wide, white fruit. And then here, this one in Indonesian, oh, I'm spilling, is called kedondong. And in English, it's called amberella. So I think I'm gonna try to not spill this and take a big bite of this. And also, oh, of course, it's swimming in this chili, garlic, vinegar with sugar, salt. Let me try this one. Oh, that's really good. And that sauce is spicy. That jicama is super crisp. It's like almost halfway between an apple and a yam. It's definitely got a fruitiness to it. And then you can taste that spicy chili vinegar sauce, but also you can feel the garlic in there. It kind of tingles the tongue. So this one is the kedondong, and it's similar to a green mango. I'm gonna get lots of that chili sauce for this bite. Oh, I love that sauce. Ooh, that one's a little sour. All right, let's do the pineapple. That is like a really refreshing salad, but also spicy at the same time, but served cold, so it's not, it feels like a salad. It feels like something you should have alongside a heavy, salty meal. So they don't only serve the fruit version of the asinan here, they also have a vegetable version, which we have right here. You can see it's topped with all these little crispy crackers you find all over Indonesia. Underneath here, we've got some cabbage and bean sprouts. And then over here, we've got cucumbers and tofu. And then it's just swimming in this peanut sauce. And there's also, I see some peanuts floating around in there as well. And they serve 500 portions of this a day on average. So let me get a big bite, try to get a little bit of everything if I can. Oh, it's like a balancing act. Let's try that. Oh, I like that a lot. That is super refreshing too. And the peanut sauce is not overpowering like some similar dishes that we've had in Indonesia. It's actually very light and kind of watered down. It's got a little bit of a sweetness and a sourness to it. And then the texture of the soft tofu, the crisp cucumbers, those crunchy crackers on top. It's a really refreshing dish. So you can see the Chinese influences in this dish, in particular the tofu. And then in the fruit asinan, those fruits have actually been pickled. And the pickling process was given to the Betawi people by the Chinese when they came to this region. So the influences are really strong in both of these dishes. Wow, that was awesome and so friendly. They wouldn't even let us pay, and look, they also gave us like 4 or 5 more of each of those dishes. This weighs a lot to take home with us. So now we're heading to the family's house to have a proper feast. All right, we are way outside the city. That was about an hour-and-a-half drive, and we are actually not even in the same province as Jakarta. We are in West Java province now, and we're gonna go meet the family, check out the house, and see what's for dinner. Hello. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Rosie.
Luke.
Luke.
Hello.
Iya, ada. Iya.
So we're just checking out the kitchen, having a cup of tea after that long drive. There's a lot of ingredients here. See.
Iya, silakan. Coklat mouse.
So we have tons of different ingredients here. We're making 3 dishes in particular. One is a fish dish, and the other is going to be jackfruit in a sour soup. And then the third is just raw veggies that we're gonna dip in sambal. So we have all the different ingredients here. There is jackfruit, there's chilies, tamarind, tempeh, bay leaf, corn, all kinds of things. Garlic, you name it, it's here.
Iya, sini. So it's fine if it's not too smooth.
So the first dish we were making is the Sayur Asem with the jackfruit and the sour soup. So we're just sauteing some garlic, shallots, salt, and chili in the frying pan.
Ngirimnya Gojek atau enggak pakai ada ya Paxel atau enggak ada.
Now we're frying the tempeh, which is soybeans, compressed soybeans, and they've been marinating with a little bit of salt, MSG, and garlic.
Yes.
So there's going to be a couple different vegetables going into this soup, and we have to boil a couple of them just to soften them up. So we threw some melinjo nut, which I've never tried before, some squash, and some corn just to soften them for the soup. To the soup we added in the jackfruit, a couple more vegetables, we threw in the tamarind, and then we also added that sambal chili garlic onion mix into the soup, and then with some salt and sugar and a little bit of chicken powder. So that's just about it for the soup. The next dish we're going to cook is the fish. We're going to deep fry the fish. It's tilapia, but we have to wait for that oil to heat up. So in the meantime, we're going to make the raw vegetable salad. We've got some cucumbers, some tiny little eggplants, and chayote. While we're waiting for the fish to fry up, we're gonna make the sauce for the fish. It's starting with a sambal that has, once again, garlic, shallots, chili, salt, but this time with lots of turmeric. We added in some lemongrass and candle nut, some bay leaves, some chilies, and a little bit more sambal. So that's looking really good, a little bit spicy.
Keep it from getting broken here.
Okay. We added a little bit of coconut milk to that sauce to thicken it up. It's looking nice and yellow from all that turmeric. The fish are done frying, so we've added them into the sauce, and we're gonna kind of almost braise them in that sauce for a little bit. So now we are making another kind of sambal. So you can see here in Indonesia, there's tons of different types of sambal. This one is for dipping the fried tempeh in, and we actually cooked the ingredients in this sambal, and now we're going to grind them down on kind of a mortar and pestle stone, mortar and pestle. So the last step for that sambal was to actually add some of the leftover oil from frying those fish really hot, putting it directly on top of that sambal and just sizzling it away. So now it is time to eat. We're coming into the living room. We're gonna be setting up right on the floor here and trying out all of the Betawi cuisine. So we were sitting down on the floor, even though I suck at sitting down with my legs crossed. but this is Betawi style, so we have to do it. We have all of our dishes here. They all look really good, so let me introduce everything to you. So let's start with this sour soup. I definitely want to try one of these melinjo nuts, and there's jackfruit in there. There is corn, there's yam, bay leaves, tamarind. Put a little bit of that in my bowl and just get a little bit extra sauce, or soup I should say. And let's get one of those nuts, some jackfruit, some of the broth. Oh, yum. That is so fresh tasting. Just very vegetably, some sourness definitely. And it's not too spicy, a little bit salty. That's just like a refreshing soup. I love tamarind, it's one of my favorite things in the world. Okay, this is the dish I'm looking forward to trying the most, the fish. I'm gonna peel away a couple of these chilies because I know that there's a lot of sambal already infused into that sauce. Get lots of that sauce and some of that tilapia. Put it right on my rice, and let's go in and try that. You can taste the earthy turmeric in there. Definitely a little bit spicy, but not too spicy. A little bit sweet coconut, and then with the rice, it just soaks everything up, and then that fish is fried to perfection. You could just drink that sauce as is. You don't need anything else, just that sauce and rice. So let's try some of this fried tempeh, and then with some of this cooked sambal with that oil from the fish. Maybe that's a little bit too much. That might be a little bit too spicy. There's a lot of chilies in there. All right, let's try that. Oh yeah, spicy, definitely spicy. Oily too. Oh, thank you. Is this for me? Some water to chase it down because that is spicy. Woo. I'm gonna try some of this chayote with, once again, that sambal. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter this time because that was seriously spicy. It's got the texture of avocado almost. It's very juicy on the inside. And then that sambal is strong, but tastes really good. I love it. It could go with anything, really.
Thanks sekali ya.
How is it, guys?
Delicious.
Good? Enak?
Enak banget. The sambal and then the small ikan, enak banget.
There's nothing like home cooked food. That's for sure.
So that sambal is like coating my mouth in spice, but everything has been really delicious. Thank you to our cook. Thank you to our guide, Ari. Everything awesome. I loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Terima kasih. That was an awesome day of eating Betawi cuisine here in Jakarta. It's becoming harder and harder to find authentic Betawi cuisine. So those places that we visited today, you can find the information for it down in the description box. And hopefully you can find a Betawi family to cook you a traditional meal like we had. So big thanks to Medina Bakes. You can check out her Instagram down below. She also gave us these delicious looking cinnamon rolls, which we're gonna have for dessert. And big thank you to Ari. You can also see all the stuff down below, and let us know what you thought looked the most delicious. I'd have to say it was the Soto Betawi for me.
I have to say it was that delicious fish. That was so good. Oh
yeah, that fish that we just had was awesome. So we'll see you on the next episode of Chopstick Travel from Indonesia soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.